Before we get into today's video, please leave me some hearts in the comment section down below. If you guys remember, back in the day, I would film on this couch. Different house, but this is how I used to film for YouTube. So if you guys have been with me for that long, leave those hearts. What's up, you guys? Welcome to today's video. As you can tell by the title, we're gonna be talking about a life update. It's super chill, it's laid back, nothing structured today. I just wanna sit down and talk with you guys about the things that have been going on behind the scenes and all over the internet and a TV daytime show. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jess. I'm a recovering addict who served time in prison, and my entire life story is in the description box down below. If you wanna follow me on any other social media platform, TikTok, Instagram, Patreon, that's $2. It's only ever gonna be $2. All of that is linked down below, as well as my vlog channel and my podcast. You guys are going to wanna be following me on social media. That way you can see things in real time and you can be updated as to what's going on. All right, let's kick this thing off. So I just wanted to have like a sit down talk with you guys. Let's start with the intro video. So that intro video was actually filmed in LA on a movie set that my friend Sam, or Truth is his rapper name, he had that set for his music video Tick Tick Boom. And when I walked in and I saw the whole setup, it was actually not even supposed to be for him. He was just supposed to have the set with the green screen and the BMW, and like you guys will see the video as soon as it comes out. But that was actually a whole movie set where there was hospitals, which I wanted to take a selfie and I totally forgot, and I just now remembered. But there was hospitals, jail cells, courtroom, there was all these different kinds of sets. And as soon as I saw the jail set, I was like, oh, this is gonna be my intro video. So I kind of took over and I filmed what I wanted to do when no one was looking because I knew that was gonna be a really bomb prison YouTube intro. So that's where that came from. And that was in February. So I will also leave the interview I did with Truth on the card up here. Such a good guy. I love him so much. What's interesting about his interview is I have had a lot of criticism for only bringing people on that had substance use disorder or went to prison, but that's just not true. Truth never has been arrested. My parents have never been arrested. You know, so there are other people on the channel. Is it rare? Yes, but great interview. Let's talk about the stuff that's happening. And this stuff that I'm about to tell you guys, maybe you already know, but maybe you don't. All of this stuff is happening because of your support, for watching my videos, subscribing to my channel, for following me on TikTok. All of that is what has put me in a position to talk about prison reform and substance use disorder and mental health on a large scale. None of this would have been possible without your guys' support. None of this would be happening in my life if it wasn't for you. So thank you a million times, thank you. I think it's amazing when you guys say that I've inspired you or encouraged you, but you guys are with me in everything that I do and you inspire and encourage me to keep going. This channel would be nothing without you. Like it would just be nothing without you guys. I'm so humbled by that. I'm so grateful for that. And in every interview I do, whether they mention it or not, I mention you. I mention your support and your stories very broadly because I don't want to ever put y'all's business out there if you DM me or whatever, but I bring you guys with me in everything I do. It's so important to me that when I'm in an interview, I let people know, I let the reporter or whoever it is know, you guys have kept this channel going. And the only reason I'm able to do what I do is because you encourage me and support me and you're so kind to me and you watch my videos. Like, you guys have just kept me going. So it would be nothing without you. And I'm so grateful for you and I love you guys so much. And I'm, like I said, humbled and grateful, and it's so surreal because this channel started on my couch on my phone and I wasn't expecting it to be anything like it is. I thought in the beginning I would just film 7 YouTube videos and I would share my story about addiction, and if people found it cool, if they didn't, that's fine too. What's interesting about the YouTube algorithm is once you post a video about prison or addiction or you watch one video, the algorithm is like, oh, you like prison? Here's some prison people. You like addiction? Here's some, you know how it goes. So I found a community of other amazing content creators who I have had the chance to film with, collab with, and meet in real life. And that is amazing because you feel less alone when you start to meet people that have gone through what you've gone through, right? So this journey started at the end of 2018, I believe, is when I uploaded my first video. And I just can't believe that we are where we are, right? So let's talk about some of the things that's been happening. First, I did a interview that took 2 sessions and I think over 3 hours with Verizon Media, who put my story on Yahoo. And I was sort of trending on Yahoo for a couple of days, and that was a very cool and different experience for me. What's interesting is when you film for 3 hours for something and they only use like a couple of minutes, it's like, oh my gosh. Like that took 3 hours, but that's usually like the case, you know, like you'll sit down and you'll interview someone and it goes so fast and they only show certain things. With the Yahoo piece, the reporter wasn't sure that she was even going to be able to share my story in the way that I wanted to share it, because it's a little bit political when talking about prison reform, which it shouldn't be. And she knew that, but she wasn't sure that her boss, her editor, was gonna wanna move forward with the story. So I'm so grateful that she was able to get that done. I'm so grateful that she was able to do the story. And she shared a piece of her life with me in saying that in Hong Kong, prison is seen very differently than it is seen here. And listening to her tell me certain things off record was just a great experience for me. And I loved hearing her experience, and I was able to open her mind and change her mind about certain things, which is always the goal. So that was so cool. They actually did a follow-up piece on me with the prison recipes, which I think is so bomb because that's my favorite thing to film. It's just fun. So I love those videos. Then I was also shared on Lad Bible on Facebook, which is the hardest place to go viral on. So after that went viral, I had a rough night when I saw that they posted, for the simple fact that the comments were so disgustingly negative and so awful, and that affects me. I know that I have a thick skin, but you have to be freaking Iron Man. Side note, Robert Downey Jr. went to prison, struggled with addiction, killing it. Look into it, he's amazing, love him, he's the GOAT. Okay, off topic. But you'd think that I'm doing it for a while, I've seen all the bad comments you could possibly see, but when you're reading hundreds of comments from a viral page on Facebook and they're so ignorant and you're just like, ugh, like, what? All y'all got from this was don't break the law? We're talking about abuse, but y'all wanna talk about don't break, okay, cool. But over and over and over again, got called crazy names. It's just really, really toxic environment to go viral on Facebook. I hate Facebook. So that was hard mentally. I had a really rough night when that went live. I wanna pause here, and I told you this was gonna be rambly. I wanna pause here because I don't think enough creators just sit down and talk about their mental health when creating content. It looks so easy if we're just watching a video and we don't really think about what goes on behind the scenes. So I have tried to be vocal about this in the past, that it can affect my mental health negatively, and it is very emotionally draining, and YouTube has become a full-time job, which I am so grateful for. But in the same breath, it is very emotionally challenging to put it all out there and to get negative feedback. So with that being said, the negative feedback is sometimes hard, and I prepared myself for the hate, but I never in a million years could have prepared myself for the love and the kindness that you guys give me. That has been the most overwhelming in the most amazing way. So yes, the hate is tough sometimes, and sometimes I just have a bad night with it and it's hard. It's your love and kindness and encouragement that keeps me going, and I mean that with everything that I have in me. So then a tattoo mom page shared my pictures, and I was like tattoo mom of the week, which is super cool. That was awesome to see and totally unexpected, but I had lost the Inked magazine cover girl contest, which who cares? I was honestly so happy when it was over because I was asking everyone on Instagram for like a month to vote for me, and it was just too much. So I'm like, oh cool, I don't have to ask, I don't have to ask anyone to vote for me anymore. This is a lot. In between the viral Facebook pages sharing my stuff and Yahoo, I was working on a TEDx speech for Indiana University. So I'm not even sure where you guys can watch that yet. I know you had to register to watch it. I believe it'll be shared other places. Please don't quote me. So I was preparing for that, which is so amazing. And I can't believe that I am a TED Talk speaker. Like what? They actually sent me the flowers that you see in the background. They're all so kind and supportive and so encouraging. And I was so grateful to even be asked to do a TED Talk, TEDx, but I was so stressed out over it and I wasn't sure in what direction I wanted to go. And I actually had a lot more time than I gave myself. But because I was recording it, the original unedited file was 32 minutes. It was cut down to 12 because that's how much I paused. And I was like, oh, what do I say next? And it was rough. I actually filmed for it twice. So it was pre-recorded. thankfully. I really need to get better at giving speeches and doing motivational speaking, but it is challenging, you know? So that took a lot of time and attention and tears because I was a little frustrated with myself and I don't feel like I did that good of a job with it, but still amazing opportunity. So freaking grateful. Their whole team was so kind and I probably should have utilized their help more than I did, but I was so nervous about it. So okay, ask for help when you need help. Don't stress and do it at the last minute because then you're gonna be like, oh my God, don't do that. So after that, I was booked to do a few podcasts and, you know, regular collabs that I do. Now, keep in mind, the whole time I'm filming for the channel and trying to put out content as much as I possibly can. So it was a lot to keep up with. But today, when I'm filming this video, I was on the Tamron Hall show. And holy crap, was that scary. So nerve-wracking, but Tamron's team is so freaking encouraging and they're so kind and genuine. What's crazy is they found me on TikTok and I actually filmed the behind the scenes stuff of going on a daytime show for the vlog channel because I feel like that's just something that's so cool. Like, I didn't know how it worked. I didn't know that you had to kind of interview to be on, and then I didn't know that there's sound checks the day before and the sound check before, and then you're backstage and like, ooh, it's a lot. They told me, don't ramble, try to give 30 to 45 second answers, but I was so freaking nervous that I rambled and talked over her at one point, like, bitch. But she was so nice and, you know, she asked great questions. The episode is so powerful. It included a girl named Morgan. Her best friend overdosed and she went to prison for his death. Heartbreaking story, but her testimony is so unbelievably powerful. The Tamron Hall episode also featured Dr. Carl Hart, who is very controversial, and I'm not gonna get into what he talks about, but it was just such a powerful episode and I got to be part of that. And the only reason that they know my name is from TikTok because you guys follow me on TikTok, and I am just so grateful and humbled to have these opportunities, and it all has happened really fast to me, you know, all of it was happening at once. So I might take a week or so off and just kind of breathe a little bit because it has been a lot, and I'll keep you guys updated. I'll keep you guys posted. But if you don't hear from me for a week or two, it's just because I'm taking a break because this has been just, I mean, so amazing. I can't believe that I have been able to do these things. And like I said, it's because of you guys. I've been feeling just a little bit drained, just a little bit tired. You know, it has been like full force, full momentum from the time I started until now. So I know you guys will understand that, and I know I don't have to explain that further. You guys are so supportive, and I'm so grateful to have you guys on my side. The Ride or Die crew goes with me everywhere I go, and I just love you guys. So that's kind of everything that's been going on in my life. Oh, and we're getting a puppy because my friend Matt, his dog had puppies, and he's like, do you want a puppy? And who's gonna say no? Who's gonna say no? Would you say no? I didn't think so. They're so freaking cute. They're American bullies, and every single dog I've ever owned in my life has come from a rescue, but he needs good homes for this dog. So of course I said yes. Of course I said yes, and Ruby needs a friend. So all of that will be shown on the vlog channel too. But yeah, that's what's going on in my life right now. And again, so freaking grateful, so humbled. While all of this amazing stuff is happening in my life, part of me thinks like, why me? Like, there's so many other amazing creators out there that share their story with so many things like prison and addiction and mental health. There's so many other creators, and the fact that it's happening for me is mind-blowing and surreal and crazy, and I'm so grateful. But there are so many other creators that you guys can follow and hear all kinds of things, like Cody Green, or Schizophrenic Hippie, who shares his journey with incarceration and schizophrenia. Jonathan from Prison Life Inside and Out has been, you know, he's done 16 or 17 years in prison. Rowan Adam Clausen, Adam had a life sentence and he's home. Like, there's so many amazing creators out there. JC from Wrong Too Strong, who has served time in Mexican prison, federal prison, state prison. He was a mule for the cartel, a Latin king. He has lived a crazy life. Jen Cutting, who had a baby in prison as well, but had a nursery program in Bedford Hills. She got to keep her baby. So all of these creators I get to call my friends, and I'm so grateful for all of them. I'm grateful for the community that YouTube has given me and TikTok. There's great TikTokers. Colin Ray, Ray Jr., Comrade, or Michael Lacey, who's incredible, and we're gonna interview him too. Alexander, who he's gonna be on the show as well. Great guy, did prison time. He looks like Kevin from Shameless. Strange. But there's some amazing content creators out there. If you're not following them, you should be. And I'm gonna end this rambly video here, but I love you guys. Thank you so so much for your encouragement and your support, and I will see you guys in my next one. It might be a week from now, it might be 2 weeks from now, but I will see you guys soon. As always, I love you. Stay safe, stay sober, whatever that looks like to you, because there is no wrong way to recover. Don't let anyone ever tell you otherwise. And I'll see you in my next one.